January 4th. We've got the start of a blizzard, 8 to 12 inches of anticipated snow in Portland, Maine, and I'm starting my day with a little collections of notes from last night. Taking taking him outside. He didn't want to go outside, so he was hoping to get an earnest poop first order of the day to make his day comfortable, but we gotta pee, and that was in the covered parking area. We will have partial comfort for a wee while. um, where to start today? I've got notes. I've got a pile of notes. That seems to be what happens. I think about things and then I get more notes and things to think about and to put up on the website to share, as it were. Um, One of the things I think that's interesting, okay, if I reflect just briefly uh, about my bunion surgery, that was November 2nd. It's my understanding that that is Rich Roat's and Sharon Roat's, their wedding anniversary. That's their date. I did not know that going into my surgery. I sussed it out when I was looking at Facebook, Instagram photos. What else? Seeking a way in, an alternative way in. Reading a totem in reflection, or a cosmology. I self-define my meta. So my meta, in effect, speaks to me as my tomb, Tome. And to me is its sooth and soothing purpose, at the very least. I think it's interesting and poignant that I'm writing to the rich, uh, proprioceptively, as my desire, in time, being the time, for completion even, for the seam and same, amends, that I can mend myself and begin again. Begin debt ta gain. I'm the ag also, and the agriculture of my land where I stand. And where I stand, I also sand, grind, the rind, the exterior too, zero. My core, CORE. Some of the things that I think are interesting is I was looking forward to swimming after I got my cast off, but the doctor didn't want me to get in the water that way, that length of time, until I have a mature scar. And I think whether Rich died physically or not, that's scar inducing. It is a look. uh, what's difficult in this virtual relationship is, how do you explain to people, yeah, I broke up with someone I haven't met? And then he freaking died on me or faked it. to get in some other woman's bed that was reflecting on my interest I spent. In not being able to ask anyone if this is real news or not, and then being put in a position of I can't go for reward if zero doesn't have my back. Now it's very obvious I am intact, my own savior, behavior. What I shave, I have. Thus I save. IOREAD. What is red? What is in the red? I re-add. DOBLACKT. What I was trying to do during that time is find another way in, seeking totem, reflection, what stands out. So I'm going to show you what one of the things I saw. So I went to facade, I put in the information. So I was looking at this personal one, this personal tab where they do the runes and the tarot and the numerology. So this is the card that I have for Rich. It's a Chariot. Let's see if I can't shape that a little bit to fit better. He also rides, his rune is the 8-legged horse, the god of Odin. Now, Minnow and I play with Dino. Dino. I like that the horse and the rider are one. When I think of a horse, when I think of Jews' aversion to cloven foot, to hooves, I think in their frame and doth mind, and thus their imagination, given time and the tin in thine, you came up with this protocol. Basically, don't let the female be the horse and ride DOFF, okay? The only way you can keep a woman constrained to think that she needs to repent is to provide her doffed as a lover to get toffed. To get rich for no reason, thief end. Hubris didn't ask for the tin and tine in my belly, okay? Did not provide it, and did not provide EGG, the example, and the egg, gived and given, dime and primed. Prime mend, debt the tin and tine and thine, and debt ta thanks timed. I'm timed as the love to amend. one and the same, even, vend. What does that do if a woman has her own follow through? It makes your history obviously, date of birth, hyphenated, and malfeasant to gear the earth. Okay? That you did not speak with the first thirst, to desire a net worth, to wear the worth, to wear the T and the H, the time and the hydrogen, at the same time, tooth the me at mate, to the theme me at my mate, we ate at the same time. So I think doft and toft and your ag hyphenated, I think you all know that you got to keep misplacing, okay, to keep your income for no reason thiefend. So riding the eight-legged horse. Now I think that's very interesting. Rich numerology, his life path is an 8. Mine's a 9. Sharon's is a 9. Like little birth mates here. Hey, look, there's did I see? There's Matt Damon. I think there's Cindy Crawford. Woohoo! Hey, Condoleezza Rice, a rock. Anyway, there's people you're going to recognize in here. Words that embody. The thing that stood out most to me here was the people or things that you interact with are black. Sapphire. I'm born in September. That's my birthstone. Sap. Pi. That's 360 circle. The equation for a circle. Pyre. Isn't that what you throw yourself on? Higher. And pH together. When you're looking for a chemistry balance, F by F, framework and fretwork. That's how I define F. The positive content, and the artistically speaking, the positive is equal to the negative. So if I were an artist, here's your positive shape, and your negative is what is around it. Okay? That's F, X, F, F by F, framework and fretwork. pH, P, place, H is hydrogen, pH, your balance, alkaline acidity. I don't know if you want the private persona. What I'm looking for is the things that stand out. Now, if I change his birth, I just put his birth name as Rich Roat, and I put in his birth date. I get, let's see, the same thing going on, except his public role, words that embody things that may be part of you, drama, hell. Okay, so curiously, when I dabble with Sharon Huss wrote information in those little content boxes, she also deals with people in black. And it's very curious that the dynamic of my relationship with them is I have to put everything in writing first. And it's curious that it's creating a analog history in time. Like a snail, SNAI''L/LD is rewriting history, okay? Tooth the means that seeked, tit to be a D. OHINNGE. If you look at the conversation, listen to the conversation. The only people that are speaking on the good graces of dowing with war to restore the sore, okay? So they're still in the red, and they're giving the date of birth to be blacked, thiefend, debt again, okay? On a woman's spirited land that they say is not a fact to tact, and it's not fat to have their back in black. I thought it was interesting that I got an electric toothbrush. I'm not sure how I feel about the buzz. This is probably a telemarketer using a fake phone number, so I can't get them on the do not call list. And so I get to use my phone to block numbers and take lice appointments. I have had cars for $500. I pay the money for a car, and I've had more than one car at $500. When you buy a car for $500, you don't change the oil, okay? It dies, it fumes, and you get another one. I've had more than one, probably had more than two, but the point is that this is provident lice control by letting it screw you to the tooth of Mac appeal. Mac appeal is not bringing the value. AD. EID. It does not care to. Diplomatically speaking, S-PEAK hyphen parentheses T hyphen IN hyphen E hyphen G hyphen. All right? Your grace and gravity constantly lends and bends on the same bed, hyphenated. Do I go tax myself further because they left a fucking message with a robot, automated message, so I could go delete it off my voicemail and then block their number, which is fictitious. Okay. But at least they can't use that one again. I was going to show you mine. Here we go. Hey, I have something. Carl Jung. Public role. So that'll be on the website. When I change my nickname to Xubrnt, let's see if that Marie, that's my middle name. That's C. That's a C, S-E-A. And it's also Italian, although I don't think there's anyone Italian in my family. I have a grandma from Denmark and I have a grandma from Ireland, and they both married two guys from England. I'm going to try and fix this for a moment. Seem to have lost internet connection. That's weird. Well, there. It says it's connecting now. That doesn't, but I've got the page. Let's see what's going on here. My private persona, when I put the nickname Xubrnt in, Fortune, Jupiter, Outcast, Pastry, Physics, Rapture, Vigilante, and words that embody the causes of your circumstances are head. I mean, if you're going, here's the thing. You say I don't believe in it. Well, I'm saying you don't have a right to judge it when you're not presenting the honest face of follow through even. About, you don't have the right to judge about what are pagan practices, okay, and what are go oddly. Ly, again, is a suffix for relationship. You want to speak of God, you need to understand follow through right here. Okay, even to, even vent, event. Who'd det to tap peer? Appear. App ear. APPHEARD. I think it's interesting that I got the, I think it's called Active Wow charcoal, along with my electric toothbrush. And I tried it, and I can't remember if that was on video or not, but it turned my whole mouth, and particularly my tongue, turned it solid black. I think it's interesting. What I think is interesting is the lineup of the configuration of the scintillating details, okay, the deets. What is floating, you know, to the surface of in a way, distinction. What am I charting here? I'm charting patterns, charting black. Okay. Black to black. black to back, it would be black to black. Back to back, black to black. Well, I have notes, so I'm going to get started on them. I have a wee video, which I will work to get up. I've spoken about it before in regards to Rich, that dealing with people in black and that the dynamic was set up that way. He never responded back. There were a few times basically to tell me not to use his image of his fonts on my website, and then he went legally to do that, and so then I moved the website to Iceland because they have different internet rules there, which basically mean I can use my fucking eyeballs and comment on them. So my website's in Iceland. It's with Orange website. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. They use they use green energy windmills, I believe. Okay. The IS, that is Iceland's domain, has extra protection by the king. So if you want to legally entertain my site, my insight for my outside, you'd have to exert yourself pretty hard to make my mark go away virtually. And legally, leg the gal, leg the gall. When you think about legal and legging the gal and the gall, you haven't thought it through through EWE at all. And because we're addressing origin with desirable purpose, and the desire obviously didn't care to lend and didn't have the talent or the ball lent in bed to provide it in the belly. I woke up today and I had, because I'm like, it's a blizzard. It's going to be a blizzard today. And then I was like, be lizard. What's a lizard? Well, a lizard's like a snake. And what's a snake? A snake is something without legs, and it moves on its belly side to side. It moves in segments. SEGMENT. ENT, ears, nose, throat. Snake, snaked date, S parentheses N, A, K, E, kinetic energy. Trying to make the snake that 8 up there is a snake eating itself. Isn't that also the yin and the yang? Y, A, N, G. That could be my nickname. Tang, Fang, Dang, oh, gang bang. Well, I could gang bang with my T parentheses B, E, A, M, E, N, D. Dope and hope, hope and pen, pen and nail, pen and tail, and penal, punishment, because I'll lay ya at where I eat. I eat in time. To complete. C-O-M-P, parentheses L, where the L stands for love, E-A-T. E-L-L, L over L, E-Y-E, I-D-S-W, with H-E-A-T. Heat, sweet. I'll tell ya, IDs, sweet, with heat, and sweat, with that H in a parentheses. Sweet, heat, sweat. The sweater, rent. Dough rises from our words, what we're putting in, the hydrogen, okay? So COL is neck and neck, D, so co-L, basically calling the neck of the Lord, okay? Cold is your writing, all right, that's dried, okay? And your dough rises from heating it. That's your memory. The memories never served anyone core or wrecked to tell, lay ye at, eat the time to complete, okay? You keep laying the time at the hyphens. If doft were the heir, that's a stupid, that's paid to be stupid by toft, for no reason thiefin, where toft is the rich. We wouldn't have war, hyphen, T, ta, hyphen, reap, rep and reap, pair. Hyphen, R-E-D, red, to date of birth, hyphenated, be blacked, to ask it, to ask, squared, red. Okay. The spectacle is doft, stupid, being sustainable by toft, for no reason thiefend, to assay, which is to test the metal, the meta, methinks, met the love, L over L, of everyone thiefend, to sustain the illusion that we need Jack Doft for no reason, E-vain, V-A-I-N, data gain, where the ag and agriculture are being brought up, tool the land, oh, and the band, okay, even your husband. Debt to lend, edit, again. There was no U, E-W-E. The law, hyphen T, does not have U. It never meant to. Certainly doesn't want to be even event through. Endow, now. To O, D, Overdose, do with you. DEWE. ID.